They just love it how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love it, they just love it how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. See, they don't love it, they just love it how we live, 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 how we live. And they don't love it, they just love it how we live, how we live. 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 How we live.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he can shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because when he goes to that, it creates space in the lane and allows guys to offensive rebound as well.
My nickname for him is Baby Fundamentals, has tremendous feet work in the post. And Ernie, believe it or not, he has a deceptive quickness to get a shot up before the defense sets up.
Great footwork, too.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname for everybody?
Right.
What's Ernie's nickname?
What's my nickname?
The Godfather of television.
I like that.
That does it for us.
You've been around a long time, Ernie.
Thank you for tuning in.
You're a friend of mine, Ernie.
See you later.
And now, your Philadelphia 76ers starting lineup. Man in the middle, at 7'0", number 16, Pau Gasol. The big man, standing 6'11", number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. Man in the middle, at 7'0", number 9, Hassan Whiteside. In the middle, standing 6'11", number 0, Andre Drummond. In the middle, standing 6'11", number 15, DeMarcus Cousins. The head coach of your home team is Brett Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, your Philadelphia 76ers.
It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Steph Curry's out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Wall, and it's Teague in at the 3. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Stolen by Westbrook. Feeds to Irving. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now here's Cousins. Here's Drummond, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And Drummond kicks to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Here's Whiteside. And the 76ers get it back.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Now here's Drummond after the miss from Stephen Curry. Whiteside dishes to Drummond. Cousins, the pass to Gasol. Towns kicks to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Drummond. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. All checked in for Russell Westbrook. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season. You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Curry kicks to Irving. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot. And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
A nice shot by Irving. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Gasol kicks to Drummond. Whiteside dishes to Towns. Puts up the baby hook. Cannot hit. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Paul passes to Irving. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now here's Drummond after the miss from Stephen Curry. Puts up the baby hook and off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's now 6 points here for Drummond. There's the pick. Curry kicks to Irving. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really I like the movement and communication there.
And I like that they're not settling, hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim. You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Jordan, he's checked in for the 76ers. Gasol comes in for Towns. Lillard's checked in for the Bucks. .133 left here in the first quarter. Paul, no one around him. Can't convert after the good screen. And for Cousins, those 20-20-10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
That's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Outside, Wall. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Back to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Irving against Gasol. Good.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Lillard attacking. Paul, a good look. Again, the miss by Paul.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor. I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, His reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Really impressed with their post play so far.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
They've got Pau Gasol. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Towns. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Whiteside in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And he gets the bucket.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Drummond's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. The Bucks trail. Curry kicks to Teague. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Gasol. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Cousins against Teague. 6 to shoot. Cousins dishes to Drummond. Nice D from Wall.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Kicks to Lowry. Outside, Wall. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The 76ers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Drummond passes to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Towns. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got 6.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Lowry kicks to Curry. Wall sets a screen for Curry. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here is Whiteside after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Here's Gasol. The shot is off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Fast break, Milwaukee. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Well, you just watch Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer, Clark. He's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10. in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
That one is off.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
The Bucks making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Wall, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Gasol with it, picked up by Teague. Pass to Horford. Whiteside dishes to Gasol. Drummond in the post, covered by Wall. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. 12 points here for Drummond.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Curry. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season. After all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around, they settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense, as it fits and starts with defensively, they found some traction.
Rejected by Wall. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Some changes for Philadelphia. Jordan comes in for Andre Drummond. And Marc Gasol is subbed in for Al Horford. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Paul's checked in. 1:24 left to play in the first half.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
The 76ers trail by 3. Gasol passes to Gasol. And Cousins kicks to Gasol. Dishes it to Whiteside. Passes it to Gasol. 76ers moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Lillard's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 3. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
And there's a slam dunk to finish it off.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Here's Gasol. After the basket by Milwaukee. They get it again. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from DeAndre Jordan.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Gasol. Shot misses. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bucks lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
You look at film, but it's just about in-game situations, just analyzing the situation and take care of the ball. Making sure that you make eye contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot up is better than giving to them. So we got to just look at that and figure it out.
This team made savvy decisions all night, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Curry. Russell Westbrook out there with Teague. Then there's Irving. And it's Wall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Curry, no good. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Now Westbrook. There's the pick. The tray. Rebound by the 76ers.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Westbrook with it. Gasol covering. Wasted no time on that one. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball moving out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists. And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season. But to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Irving against Gasol. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Takes it from 10. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. That's now 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Bucks leading by 3. Outside Curry. The 11-footer. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Another bucket in the paint, that's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And that one misses. What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
And he's good on the second.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Curry against Whiteside. Curry dishes to Westbrook. Back to Curry. Right side, Wall. And the rejection by Cousins. And he recovers it. Teague can't hit. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Cousins with it, guarded now by Irving. And Cousins kicks to Drummond. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
We're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You said he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
Now here's Cousins after the miss from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And the 76ers making a change here. Duncan's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lowry comes in for Steph Curry. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Wall. To the inside. He's looking for Teague and finds him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Just 5 to shoot. Cousins, the pass to Jordan. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Jeff Teague.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Lillard's checked in for Teague. For Philadelphia, they have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. And that one misses. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Duncan dishes to Jordan. They now take the lead. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Bucks making a switch here. Paul's checked in. 1:27 left in the third.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Now here's Lillard. He feeds it to Paul. Clock at 6. Poked away and stolen by Cousins. Here's the dish to Gasol. Back to Cousins. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Gasol kicks to Duncan and stolen by Lillard. Now the Bucks moving it up. Lillard with the ball. That's good.
That almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Here is Whiteside, following the score by Damian Lillard. The shot and game clock separated by 4. 6 to shoot. Whiteside, high post. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Westbrook misses the shot. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Here's Gasol. They've got Marc Gasol. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Towns. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Gasol in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Gasol, no good. The Bucks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
And both free throws good for Curry.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA it's a herd mentality if something works.
Now here's Gasol, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Teague against Cousins. The pass to Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Drummond, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on John Wall. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. And stolen by Whiteside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And Cousins kicks to Drummond. Teague against Whiteside. The feed to Towns. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 2 on the clock. Shoots. That misses off the backboard. They get a hand on it. Here's Milwaukee now. Irving passes to Wall. He kicks it to Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Now here's Cousins, and the shot is good. Cousins has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
They set the pick. And Wall kicks to Westbrook. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
This all no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Drummond dishes to Whiteside. And Drummond kicks to Cousins. Down low. Here's Towns. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Westbrook with a screen for Irving. Outside, Wall. Back to Irving. The 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
Clutch shooting, determination, and plenty of skill, too.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thank you, Doris. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Philadelphia on D. There's a screen. Off the pick. No good off the front iron. The 76ers trail by 3. Outside Gasol. Here's Cousins. And he gets it to go. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Milwaukee. To the inside. And there's the 3-second violation.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
.132 left in the fourth quarter. Cousins, the pass to Gasol. Back to Cousins. To take the lead, he lays it in. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Ball against Gasol. To the left wing. Cousins with it. Back to Gasol. And Drummond kicks to Cousins. Clock at 4. Here's Towns. No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now. Feeds it to Paul. For 3, Westbrook. It's money from deep.
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Here's Gasol. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
So it's the Bucks now. Inside runner. Here's Curry. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Gasol. Drummond the screen. Gasol. This is the Cousins. Count it!
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
For three, Westbrook. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you certainly seem to be having a lot of fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep smiling on myself.
We love to see you smile, DeMarcus. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
Well, Andre Drummond asserted himself in a big way in this game. He is a terrifying presence, and tonight he was fully motivated and engaged. His rebounding on both ends of the court has always been sensational. The man was just a monster in the paint.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.